So by this point, we all know, Kyle Larson screwed up last week on Sunday. It was a big mistake, and it ended his career. But how did he actually get to that point in his career? How did he do it? How did he ended up driving that 42 Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet for all those years? Well, I'm going to show you in today's video. I'm going to be using my voice as well. If you hate it, so do I. Let's get into it. He would start off, obviously, by now you probably know, on dirt. He would race USAC, Silver Crown, and quarter midget cars. Highlighting his dirt career was in 2011, he would win the 4 Crown Nationals at Eldora Speedway. You also might be asking, how did he go from dirt to pavement? Well, that's because he signed with Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. They would put him in their development program so he could race for pavement. This would have to be a commitment he would have to make. He'd have to go from the thing he loved, which was dirt, to going to pavement and racing those cars. Now, he didn't switch to Ganassi right away. In fact, before his Ganassi career, he actually drove for Toyota Racing. That's how he made his start on pavement, with Rev Racing driving the 6 Toyota in the K&N E Series. The 2012 K&N E Series would feature him getting 2 wins that year, plus the championship. At this point, he was just about ready to go up and make the next move, which was either go and jump ship to Xfinity or go to trucks. He would choose both. Now, his tenure in the truck series didn't really feature anything much. He would make his debut at Kentucky Speedway, and he would finish 10th in the event, which is definitely not bad for a young kid like him at this point. The only thing that would really be memorable for him in his truck series time was in 2013, he would get his first career truck series victory at Rockingham. To this day, it would stand as his only truck series career victory. So after the K&N East Championship in 2012 and making these few truck starts, he would race in 2013 for Turner Scott Motorsports. He had experience with them racing in the truck series, but he didn't have much sponsorship, so he had to go with what he got. Plus, he was a development driver for EGR, and Turner Scott was the team that you had to go through, and we all know how that ended up. Not many drivers would really go out of Turner Scott successfully. I mean, Justin Allgaier is really the only other name I can think of off the top of my head right now. While his 2013 Xfinity Series season really wouldn't feature much, he was super consistent that year. He would get finishes high as best as second at Michigan, Dover, and Homestead, Miami. And honestly, for a Turner Scott team, it wasn't really that half bad of a season if you ask me. And of course, we can't forget his infamous Daytona crash.
22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end.
And in that year, competing full-time in the Xfinity Series, he would finish 8th in the point standings, which is definitely not bad for a rookie in a mediocre team. This consistency in the season would catch the eye of Chip Ganassi to bring him up. Now, his 2014 season wasn't anything good, but it wasn't really anything bad. Larson was sort of a mid-pack driver to start off his rookie year, but many believed at this point in time that he was the future of NASCAR, and some may even compare him to Jeff Gordon. Now, the only thing really memorable that year was that amazing Chicagoland battle. His overall statistical finishes that year are this: 8 top 5s, 17 top 10s, 1 pole, 53 laps led, and an average finish of 14.2. Again, not a bad season, but not a good season. He would also finish 17th in the point standings that year. His 2015 season, however, was absolutely mediocre.
Just saying, all right, we're coming to a caution here in 3 more laps.
Whoa, trouble!
Oh, trouble.
And around goes Brad Keselowski off of Kyle Larson into the wall. Slamming on the brakes behind him, everybody gets by. contact, I believe, with Kyle Larson. Sent Keselowski into the outside wall and spinning.
Right here, it looks like Kyle Larson said, I think I got an opening or a hole to get into. Wasn't quite enough room, came into the left.
See, crash coming onto pit road. Kyle Larson, late decision, wanted to come to pit road. Kyle Busch looked like he was going to come off of pit road. They hit.
And Kyle was going. He was going to fake like he was coming on pit road, and he turned right to go on the racetrack.
So these are his stats for the 2015 season. 0 wins, 2 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and 0 poles. That year, his average finish was 19.3, and he would finish 19th in the point standings, 2 off from his 2014 season. Yeah, definitely a bad year. But in the 2016 season, he would finally accomplish something. His stats in 2016 are 10 top 5s, 15 top 10s, 0 poles, a finish in the point standings that would feature 9th, and of course, we can't forget about that first career victory.
Larson has only wanted to be a race car driver, and now, as he comes to the checkered flag, Kyle Larson's going to win in the Sprint Cup Series.
Good job, boys. Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you, man. It's been a long... Proud of all you guys on the team.
His 2017 season, however, was his best statistical season. He would get 4 wins, 15 top 5s, 20 top 10s, as well as 3 poles that year. He would finish 8th in the point standings. However, many believe that he should have made it into the championship for Miami. If he did, I believe he would have won the championship. Granted, he is very good at Homestead Miami. His average finish that year also was at 13.3. Entering into the 2018 season, there would be high hopes. However, he wouldn't live up to those. Now, while 2018 wasn't that bad, and while I can't think of anything more memorable than Slide Job, he would go winless that year, get 12 top 5s, 19 top 10s. However, he would get 3 poles, which was actually the same as his 2017 season. His stats were only a bit off from his 2017 run, but they were still pretty mediocre. He would finish 9th in points in 2018. Now, while most people think his 2019 season was actually better than 2018, that's probably only because of his win. In fact, statistically, it's actually worse than his 2018 season. He would get 1 win, 8 top 5s, and 17 top 10s. A little bit off from his 2018 campaign. And also, we can't forget that 1 pole he had at Dover. So entering into 2020, there was higher expectations from his 2019 campaign. So far in 2020, his finishes are this: 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s, with 0 poles and 0 wins. So far in 2020, it's been a pretty consistent run. He's currently situated 7th in the point standings, and I think he can actually make a shot for a championship this year. Well, that is until this whole issue came out. Now, I know this video is a little bit delayed from when the whole issues came out on Sunday, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. Until next time, this has been the news. I'll see ya.